Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
You don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check nickel.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm going to run you over. Watch the safety creep. Monday. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 2nd down now, it's Davidson, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Check Mike 27.
Go.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Gold maybe not blessed with the strongest leg in the league, but he might be the most accurate. 2 for 2 from 50-plus a year ago, and he converts another one here.
Yeah, you don't want to play horse when Robbie Gould is a kicker. That guy can maneuver a football with his foot.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
19! Mark 56! Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to air one out. inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Caleb Wilson, 77 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Quarter. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. You draw quarter.
Here's Rosen to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Get that ball. Shoot. Monday. Say.
On 3rd down, a run from White. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
I'm here all day. Hey, got tight left, tight ends left. Hey.
They'll run on first down. It's Davidson. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Alert. What do you got?
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 36 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he'll find Hall. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Number 87. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line. That's the
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st down, Davidson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 31, check 31. Check, 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 check.
They'll try the left side. It's Davidson, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Davidson, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen will get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mike 58, right there. I got him.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. This is White on the screen. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. James White, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First down, Ravens.
Reset. 19. 59. Go, go, go.
From the 50, it's Watson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Watson looking downfield for Godwin. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watch out, man, on that. Hey, quarter. 36. Topper.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. Hey, alert. I'm coming after you. What do you got?
And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's 80. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On third down, Rosen trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Monday.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Rosen. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Not today, you are. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Howard complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. O.J. Howard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Rosen. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action. It's Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 4, check 4. Check the backer, check the backer. Check, 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 check.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, tighten down.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hall. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 31!
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's White. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go. Middle. Hey, alert.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
I don't think you got it, son. Switch. Alert. Underthrow. Bang.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
at the 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Alert! 58's the money. 58's the money. Cut. Quick the edge. Go. Watch the shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The kick by Gold is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No. Where's 6?
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
His first carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third, Watson. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Now it's Watson.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. That's complete to White. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, it's White. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now it's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Zay Jones, incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Hopkins. A gain on the play. And the Bengals first down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Ravens.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch the slant. Where's 52? I'm 54. 52's the light. On the belt.
Watson now to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. I'm 54.
Now Chubb running right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground. It's Chubb. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 44-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Second man. Check 24. Check 24. Shit.
A toss play to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. It's third and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
He's checking. You got tape. You got tape right there.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. First throw in OT for Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They run. Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
This is it. 19. Check. No. Here we go. Check. Cross. Check. Press. It's a
Now a first throw here in overtime. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, if he holds on, it's game over. Instead, 2nd down. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now Rosen looking to throw. This is White on the screen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 80.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, And then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.